Welcome back, fellow coders. Jared O'Leary here with BootUp. This video I'm going to show you how you can make a timer in Scratch. So what I want to do is when I press the green flag, zoom in for you, I want to make it so that it's going to set my timer to 0. So I'm going to make a new variable and I'm going to call it timer. Okay. And I'm going to set it to 0 at the very beginning. So notice how when I made a new variable, it made these orange colored blocks and it added this thing over here which you can actually move around. So I set my timer to 0, and I want to change my timer by 1 every 1 second. So to do that, I'm going to say forever, wait 1 second, and then change it by 1. So when I press the green flag, let's see if my code works. Ooh, it's changing the timer. I know, super exciting. Okay, now let me show you something that's actually kind of neat. So I can go into here and say, hey, make a variable, but let's make it a high score, or you could call it longest time. Now, if you're a Scratcher, which means you've been using Scratch for a while, and you've accepted the Scratcher terms, you'll get a message about it if you don't know what I'm talking about. Your cloud variable, if you click this, it actually makes it so that it's going to store this number across all Scratchers. So we can make it so that we can check to see who has the highest score ever. So to do that, we're going to, inside of here, that didn't work, there we go. We're going to say if our time is greater than our high score, then we're going to set our high score to our time. Okay, so I just dragged a bunch of blocks. Let me explain it real quick. So if our timer is a higher number greater than our high score, then we're going to set the high score to our timer. So right now our timer is 10, but when we press the green flag, it's going to go to 0. And cool. So now it's going at the same time. But check this out. When I restart it, our high score is at 6, and it's not going to change until 7 until this gets to 7. Cool, now it's going to keep following it. So that's how you make a high score. Well, let me show you something else that you can do that's pretty neat. So we can actually go to here and say, set our timer to like 5 seconds, and then we can count backwards, -1. Now we press the green flag, and it starts counting down from 5, and then it gets to 0, and you'd think something would happen like blast off or something like that, but no, it just keeps counting in the negatives. So what we can do is use another block instead of the forever block that is a repeat until. So we're going to say, hey, keep counting down until our timer is less than 1. So when it gets to 0. Timer less than 1. Then we're going to have it do something. So I want to make it so that it's going to play a sound. So we press the green flag. It starts at 5. It's counting down. Oh, what's going to happen? Oh my gosh. And it meowed. Cool. So you can actually do this to like make a timed game. So like you have to find something or complete a level within a certain amount of time. And if you don't, then it's going to play a cat sound because that's what all games do. And then it's going to stop everything. Cool. So I showed you a couple of really neat things that you can do with timers. I hope you enjoyed that and try them out in your own projects. See what kind of cool things you can create.